Welcome, guys. Thank you for being here. Um, this is
No
something we've been
wahala.
trying to put together for a while, but at least it's good to have diehard United fans from
Yes,
one
so
fantastic community like that. So I've got Mr. Gabriel, I've got Mr. Mohammed, the one and only Mohammed on our platform.
That's stubborn
That's
Mohammed
the
on the
one boy,
platform.
Abi.
That used to
where's your
that
fight?
used to
Where's
show
your
favorite
fight
shaking.
partner? Eh?
What?
Where's your fight? Where's your
Yeah,
fight
so
partner?
I was expecting Adebayo to add him now. That's
Well,
what
I
I was.
just thought we should start from somewhere. I know we'll still have a larger
Yeah,
house
yeah,
over
yeah, yeah.
time. Let's just start
Yes,
something,
yes,
and
yes,
then
yes.
when we upload it, we'll look at how it looks like after
How it
proper
goes, yeah.
editing. Then we'll see how it
Yes.
goes. We'll see how it goes. So straight up,
Mm.
so we've got some few things I shared with you earlier, and then let's just. I think first of all, let's do like a season review. Manchester United 2025-2026 season.
Mm.
Yes.
What's the major highlight for you, Gabriel? Major highlight.
Well, for me, honestly, yeah, when Carrie came in, I like the fact that his time out of the ordinary. You know, he just started making the right decisions, and here's what I mean: playing the players in their natural positions. For instance, he moved Bruno from where Ruben Amorim used to play him as a defensive or central midfielder. He moved him. Then, of course, Shesku
Mm.
also had to change his game, his movement within, in and around the box. I mean, we can all tell and see that um, he's very good at holding the ball, especially when he has the box. Very, very, very intelligent. So I liked how that Carrick, changed that about his style of play, and it was obvious. Our results started changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was
Yeah.
basically it for me. Then when we beat Man City, Arsenal back to back, it was that was for me.
I can imagine.
Um, yes, yes, yes,
Yeah, that's
yes.
true.
The
That's true.
for the Chelsea win, I kind of saw it coming. Chelsea were already in disarray, you know. So I just hope that we'll be able to maintain this momentum going
Yeah.
into the next season,
Yeah.
you know. So
Nice.
that's it for
So
me, yeah.
over to Mohammed. Major highlight. I
Um
know one of your major highlights. I can preempt it. Is the sacking is the
Arsenal.
sacking of our brother.
No, no, no. Nobody expected it. Nobody expected it. The sacking of Amorim was very sudden because first of all, he was getting the whatever, he was getting it right already, but the result was not coming.
Mm.
But we all saw what he was
Yeah.
doing. But then when you sack a coach at that moment, Carrick did something very, very like so how do I put it? It was what nobody expected.
Mm.
Because we at some point, I think around April and May, we were already thinking of winning the league. We were doing some mathematics,
You're
thinking
right.
if we can go the season without losing a game
Especially
and maybe
especially when we
Arsenal.
had so much time to get
Mm-hmm.
into that top four.
Yeah.
Top,
So we
just
already
win this
thought we were
game,
going to,
top
and
four.
it was
Win
Carrick
this game, top
that
four.
that that it was Carrick that made us feel like that. But then Amorim sacking was a sudden thing. Nobody expected it. But then I would say on our platform, I I I I made a comment there and I said Manchester United board made a very big mistake. They shouldn't have sacked him at that time. But today I would say they made a
It
very
was the
very
best decision.
good decision, because if we hadn't sacked him, Amorim is a good coach, but maybe he was too stubborn. Maybe he
Mm.
was too stubborn. And thanks to Carrick. thanks to Carrick for bringing us to this, for making us believe in ourselves again. Because to me, I was even thinking this season we were going to make the most Europa. We're going to make Europa or Conference League. But he brought us up and we were able to make Champions League thanks to him and thanks to the owners too, especially not Dan Ashworth, this guy from Man City,
Barada.
our executive. Thanks to them too, because it took a very they took a very big step by
A
letting
very
Amon.
bold one at that.
It wasn't easy. It was not easy because it was a very hard decision to make, but it was not easy. And I would say that this season is a very amazing season for us because nobody expected where we are today. Nobody expected it.
So
And I would say that bringing Carrick in is one of the best things that has happened to us since Sir Alex Ferguson left.
yeah,
And for me, the best moment I had this season was the match we played against Arsenal.
yeah,
Cunha's goal.
yes.
I think if I am to choose the best goal this season,
It
I would
was
have
that
chosen
good.
either Cunha's goal or
Or
Dogu's goal.
Dogu's goal, yes. Both of
goals
those
were not
goals
because of the
against
distance,
Arsenal.
but the moment, the way they scored it.
Yeah.
We were scoring. Arsenal scored. We equalized. We scored. They equalized, and all hope was gone because the Cunha's goal came in at the 93 minutes. So after he scored, I was like, this is amazing. And after then, we're just scoring and scoring and scoring, and we were winning matches. So for me,
Very, very true.
our season, 2025-2026 season has been amazing. We hope that next season we're able to win something because Carrick needs to win something.
Yes, it does.
If not for
It
us,
does.
at least for
It does.
Bruno.
Yes, so
For
yes,
Bruno.
so because they said that's the only trophy that we have now. 21 assists.
Yes.
I said we're happy with
let them say
it.
that is the reason I'm wearing this jersey, and I'll wear
Are
it.
we happy? We're happy with 21
Wear
assists.
throughout this week. I'll wear it throughout
If
this
that
week.
is a
Arsenal
trophy,
fan will
we'll
not
take
have
it.
peace.
We
Let them
take
say
it.
it. At least we are able to produce something. This
Yeah.
season. We are
Yeah,
not
it
like
makes
Chelsea.
sense.
Chelsea is not able to. Chelsea and Liverpool are not able to produce anything now.
Abby?
We are better than them this season. Let them do whatever.
So, but you know, the beauty of the whole thing for me is the fact that whether we like it or not, we're able to see some sort of progression. Because if there's anything I am grateful for with Amorim is the fact that I think he's been able to stable the ship around the fact that players now know their place. Even when I was listening to Bruno's interview, he said Ineos has made it easy for them to know who to talk to. So, which means that before now, players didn't know where to channel their complaints. They didn't know where to take whatever thing that was a concern for them. Instead, it's just been just anyhow, just work it out. Wherever you're able to talk to, fine. But with this, with the presence of Ruben, at least it was a project. And just like Bruno also mentioned, it was a project, but it didn't work out. But still building on it, I think Carrick is able to work around this set of players because I think for the very first time in a long time to have signed 3 new players and they could do double digits was for me a good, one of the major highlights for me. Konya, Mbuemo, Shesko doing double digits is just recipe for me to know that next season could be much more better because they would get to know each other better, gel, and do a couple of stuff. So, and then if you guys don't mind me asking, now for me, it's good that we are already looking at next season. What do we think our objectives should be moving into the next season? Mohammed has mentioned at least we need to get a trophy next season. At least a trophy next season. But most importantly, I think it would start from
For you
recruitment.
to get a trophy, you have to sign very good players. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, we can.
We need to sign good players. We need a number 6. We need a left winger. I know Cunha is playing that role pretty well, right? But I still think we need a solid, natural left winger. We need a left back. We need another number 8, someone that will complement Kobe Mino and Benjamin Sesko's efforts. For the midfield, if I were to pick for the number 6 role, either Baleba, Carlos Baleba now, or what's his name now? Chouameni, Real Madrid. Then maybe Matheus Fernandes.
Not bad
Either
option.
one of them for the number 6 role.
Not bad option.
And then for the central attacking midfield role, someone that will complement Kobe Mino, because I hear we're looking at signing 3 midfielders. So Ederson from Atlanta is looking like a done deal already.
Yeah, that's it done.
Then if we can get Sandro Tonali, I know that will be a tall ask, but if we can get him in, fine. I'm not particularly keen on Elliot Anderson. I still don't understand why the British media, has
Gabriel,
been
sorry,
singing
can I
so much.
quickly? Well,
Okay.
I saw I went through some stats before now, and I realized that his stats are actually up there in terms of interceptions, in terms of duels won.
Duels.
Yes, in terms of what's it called? He's got some numbers up there.
No, don't get me
You
wrong. I
understand?
think
So
Elliot
if you
Anderson,
if you say why they are
I think he's a
really, I
decent
think,
player.
yeah, no doubt that I completely agree.
But where we are now as a club, where we are now, look at Ruben Amorim's signing last season. He didn't just go for potentials, names. He went for people who have been tried and tried. Because you and I, as fans, you know that we do not have patience.
At all.
That's why we're looking at the Chouamenis, the Edersons,
Proven players.
people, yes, proven players. When we get proven players in, then we can now we can now sign young ones like the Matheus Fernandes we're looking at now. Yes, we can now sign those guys to understudy the more experienced players. But, Elliot Anderson, he's had just one good season. I knew him when he was at Newcastle.
Yeah.
He's
it wasn't
only, as far
Newcastle.
as I can remember, he's only had just one good
Are you
season.
serious?
I've not known him before.
Yes, now. I think he was just a regular dude. Do you understand? So, for me to be very convinced about him, I would like to see him replicate what he just did this season. Yeah, before I can say, that's why I will pick a Sandro Tonali ahead of him. I would even pick, what's his name? This Crystal Palace guy. Watson. I will pick him ahead of it because Watson has been consistent for
this is
2
like his
seasons
second
now.
season, yes.
This is like
This is his second
do you
season,
get?
yes.
I remember last season Chelsea were considering,
This is the second season.
employing his services. So if we get him, fine. I think he's a decent lad from what we have seen this season, and like you rightly said, his stats are up there, But I would prefer someone like Sandro Tonali or even this guy from Germany,
That played for
Angelo
Stuttgart.
Stuttgart.
Yes.
Stiller, thank you. Very, very good player, So,
Yeah, but for me, on the other hand, I think it with Mbeumo and Cunha, it shows that players who have been in the Premier League for a while tend to be able to adapt quickly than coming
that's the
from
thing.
another league.
Yes, that's the thing. So that's why, and if you study what has happened to us the last 2-3 seasons or the last couple of years, the board probably figured that, see, we don't have time. That's why Amorim decided to go for proven players in the league, so that we will not be looking at giving them time to adapt or to settle in and all of that. We need players that will come in and get the ball rolling with immediate effect. Do you get? So maybe that would be my midfield option. Attack, I don't know who is really there now. Yesterday, when we were having a conversation, we were talking about.
I mentioned Lewandowski.
Yes, Lewandowski. Someone a lot more experience. A lot more.
And the reason why I thought of Lewandowski is the fact that he's a free agent.
Yes.
I think we can maximize a lot of free agent. I didn't know that this guy, Senesi, also is a free agent. He's moved to Tottenham now. I never knew he was a free agent.
Who are you talking about?
Senesi.
Oh, okay.
He's moved to Tottenham now. From Bournemouth.
Lewandowski or someone younger.
Yeah, but actually, Senesi is actually on the older side because I think he's about 29.
I can't think of anyone off my head right now. Who?
Senesi is actually 29. I think 29. I did 27,
okay.
29. So it's much.
Someone like that to complement Sheshko's efforts. Then for the left back, I like this Newcastle guy, Lewis Hall.
Oh yes. But I'm not sure if Newcastle will let him go.
I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying. But if we can't get him, there's a young man from RB Leipzig. In fact, one of my dream signing for next season would be for the left wing, Yan Diomande.
Yes.
That guy is good. Liverpool, they are keen on him.
Yeah,
they want to replace Mo Salah.
Mo Salah.
If we can get that guy, I think he has played with Sesko before.
But there's also another free winger. It was just this morning I discovered. AC Milan, Leao.
Rafael Leao is a very good player, but then he's one of the.
But I doubt if United will sign him.
He's not always serious.
Really?
You can imagine a player that will carry a ball.
That guy should have been doing a lot more than
I think his numbers should have improved. That's just the worry I have with him.
His numbers should have improved. So we don't. To me, I don't think we need a player like that in Old Trafford. He will just bring another bad culture to the team.
Another Anthony.
He's a very good player, but he's not serious. He plays with everything.
That's another Anthony now.
He's a very good player. I saw it this morning.
I love Yan Diomande. You guys need to watch out for him at the World Cup.
Even at the AFCON, it was one of the major players for Senegal.
Before AFCON, they were mentioning him before AFCON. So all I went to do was to check YouTube, but I don't always want to bank whatever proof I want to get. I don't want to back it. I don't want to get it from YouTube because we know what Anthony from Ajax showed us.
He showed us on YouTube.
Whatever.
No, but
after AFCON, in fact, I would
the truth is, even the Anthony, it's not like these guys are not good players. Is Anthony not doing well in Spain right now? He is. I think Anthony, it was a mentality problem. Not every footballer can handle the pressure of playing for Manchester United.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
Right.
So I think that was Anthony's problem. It is one thing for you to be good. It is one thing for United to sign good players. It's another thing for them. That's one of the reasons they are going for Premier League proven players. People who won't take time to settle in, get used to the culture, and get going as soon as they sign. You get. So I hope if we eventually we get Yan Diomande, or their left back also. I'm trying to figure out his name now. Young lad, I think he's about between 18 and 20 years old. Also very good. Very, very good. Very bumps forward, defensive qualities very good, as well. So if we can get
But I also
any one
think
of
that
them or both of them, it will be good.
We need a left back. We need a left back because that seems to be the only department. Sure, exactly. That seems to be like the only department that doesn't have a backup. Only if we're going to start looking at players that we want to draft into that position.
For me, I don't have any left back in mind except Hall from Newcastle.
Yeah,
I don't have,
I doubt if Newcastle will sell him
that's it.
Because they've lost. They are going to be losing a lot of players.
Yes, a lot.
They will lose Sandro Tonali.
Yes, they'll be losing Tonali. There's this other guy in their midfield. This Brazilian guy in their midfield. That guy is very good too.
Bruno Guimaraes.
They might lose him to this season.
Well, I've not heard much about Bruno.
Not to United,
Newcastle.
Yeah, no, not to United. I doubt.
Not to United because I think the age limit is 26.
Yeah,
that's what they are
and
looking
which
at.
for me is fair enough. At 26, you should be able to get very decent players, and ordinarily that should help push whatever it is that we're doing. I think so far for me it's about doing good business, buying right, not just names.
Yeah, we have to buy.
We have to buy right. We have to be very intentional.
To me, buying right is not a problem again for me, because we now have good hands that can help us handle that. These are football people. Before
not like the Ed Woodward days.
That we just throw money away.
Are business people. They were bringing money to Man United, but they were not bringing trophy. They don't know anything about football. But for now, I think we are in good hands. These people know what they are doing.
But there's also a school of thought that feels that Ineos didn't do well with Nice in France, and feels Man United too might just be another, because my understanding is they have like two other.
But this is they've done well. They've managed the club well.
Yes.
Made a lot of
which
profits.
I think is
we're in Europe again. They've done well
for
this
me.
season.
I think it's really not about them.
Wilcox.
And again, the focus that will be on Manchester United will be different from the one they put on Lens, because nobody's watching Lens. Lens doesn't have any fans.
Exactly.
But Man United, you'll be forced to want to do it well. Or
it's a big brand.
It's the biggest club in the world.
It's a big brand.
The most profitable club in the world right now. So
a big brand. So you can't just afford to mess it up.
So
well,
for me, Gabriel made mention of Tuchamani. You see, one mistake we made in the past is bringing in players that are not cultured. If you follow Real Madrid right now, there is a lot of crisis in Real Madrid. And Tuchamani is one of the players that are causing those crises. Tuchamani, Mbappe, there's this Alvarez, and one other midfielder that Tuchamani boxed and landed in the hospital. You understand? The owner of Real Madrid has given players too much of power. He placed Real Madrid players above Xabi Alonso. He placed them above this their new coach, Abeloa. You understand? Tuchamani is a very good player, but he's a big boy player. It might be difficult for a coach that has not achieved much, or a coach that is still coming up to want to control him. He's a big boy player. He earns over 200,000 at Real Madrid. Coming to Man United, he might be earning more than that.
I think
that's also another. Yeah, you're right. That's also another major thing. Salaries.
So, and for a player like Tuchamani to cause to be causing crisis at Real Madrid, it means if he comes to Man United and probably anybody talks to him anyhow, he might lose it. I love Tchouaméni very well, and I would want him in our team, but with what has happened in Real Madrid, and they've not still settled it, I think that alone is causing Fiorentino Perez.
But the special one is
Fiorentino Perez's election, because his opponent is already talking about the coaches he brought in, the players the players he brought in.
No, but
and
do you think he's going to lose that
is
election? I don't think he's
the
going to
atmosphere
lose
in
that
Real Madrid
election.
right now. You understand? And this is a player that is a good player, but then I actually don't like it when a player is not cultured. When we hear stories of fights about you in your previous club, I don't like it. We've been able to fish out the bad eggs in the club. We've been able to send them away, and we are not planning to bring them back.
So recruit
So I don't think we
another
are
set.
supposed to have any plan to add to bring in another one.
Set of fighters.
And you know, these players are like water. When you add little dirtiness inside the water, it will spoil. You don't be able to drink it again. When you add one bad egg in the team, when you add one bad egg to the team, it might spoil the mentality of every other player. They will now have to go back to our old days where we would have to be calling players into the dressing room and be discussing with them. I mean, I wouldn't want that to happen again. And for the Lewandowski, I would like Lewandowski to come to England. But then the question is, with his age, will he be able to handle the pressure?
2 seasons.
You know, okay. To me, it always looked like a player can handle EPL pressure until they come.
Until they come.
No, but
you are not. You see,
for Lewandowski, I think Lewandowski has. We shouldn't be talking about pressure again. Lewandowski not be picking, no.
He's not. He not be picking, but Premier League is a very different league. It is more physical. Much more.
Yes, it is.
Lewandowski hasn't played.
But remember Eriksen. Eriksen came to United at Lewandowski's age. You remember?
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
And for that 6 months, he was fantastic.
Yes,
scored in his home debut.
Came from a Premier League team too. He came from.
No, I'm not talking about Eriksen. I'm talking about Eriksen.
What's that his first name? The old Eriksen now.
Yes, that came from Barcelona.
Yeah, that came from Barcelona.
I don't think I can remember.
He was in Scotland, Celtic for a while.
Okay.
Went to Barca, came.
Yes.
He was on loan at United for 6 months.
6 months.
And
It was not.
It was Sir Alex Ferguson's time.
Yeah, Fergie
that brought him.
It was not a starter.
It's a gamble. See, I get what you're
saying. Yeah, sure. It wasn't a starter. That's true.
Is coming to Man
United. You don't think he's to compete to. I think it's to complement
Sesko. Really, that's true. Because we just need somebody to put Sesko
and to groom him.
Yeah,
you get. So that's what I think.
Another position I won't say you miss, but most of us, even the board, they are not putting eye on that position. Right wing. Amad Diallo's and Mbeumo position. We have 2 players already that are good, that are playing that position. But then, I'm always afraid of what might come up when they go for AFCON.
Yeah, but AFCON is still next year.
Yes,
AFCON is next year.
I know, but the reason Sir Alex Ferguson don't like to sign African players is because of AFCON. So it is going to tell on us, because if we lose our best, two of our best players to AFCON.
But did the AFCON have so much impact on us?
Yes,
not really.
Yes, it had. The last AFCON, it had. The last AFCON, we were not able to get anybody to play that position. It was missing Mount. And I can remember that.
No, but it goes a long way to proving our concerns around Amorim's inability to just adapt. He kept on using that same system even when we were short of players.
Although we can still, but then to me it is not wise to have 2 Africans playing the same wing. Although they are already planning on getting one young boy from the academy, I think he's going to break into the
Me,
first team.
I really don't have much.
Shelesi plays
Shele-
there.
Yes.
Shelesi.
So let's see
Shelesi that plays there.
if he improves, maybe there will not be any reason to be concerned. But for me, I don't think having two African players playing the same wing, I don't think it is good for us.
Well, it's something to think about, but I don't
You
think it
have a
should be
valid
much of an
point.
yeah.
But
I don't think it's really worth being worried about. I don't think so.
And
I
again,
want to
the
quickly
centre-back,
go back. I want to quickly go back to the Chouameni issue. Yes, I know that he's had issues at Madrid, and all of that. But one thing we need to understand, do you understand? Even at Manchester United, even the Roy Keane days, where we had a lot of egos in the dressing room, they were clashes. That is why one of the qualities of a good manager is the ability to manage their egos. Why do you think that Florentino Perez wants Jose Mourinho to be Madrid's next coach? Because he's looking at somebody, a big wig who will have the ability to manage those egos. Abelua could not. When Ancelotti was coach, these same guys that are fighting today were all there at Madrid. We didn't hear of any issue about fights and all of that in the dressing room because he was able to manage the ego. Same thing with when Alonso was there. Even though they were player, what's it called, grumbling here and there and all of that, but it didn't get to a point where they got physical, you know. But we cannot undermine the fact that Aurel Tchouameni is about the best number 6 in the world. If is the best I can think of off my head right now.
Yeah.
I don't see an easy, perfect replacement for Casemiro. And do you know that for many years, that position is one position that we have not been able to replace.
Yeah.
Even Fergie didn't find it easy.
yes.
Since Roy Keane left. And if
It's
you
really
have
hard.
followed me for a while, you see, I'm always making reference to Fergie didn't replace Roy Keane. What Fergie did, because of his exceptional coaching abilities, was that he found a way around
Walk around it, yes.
such that we kept winning. That's what Fergie did. Because if you watch the Manchester United of the 90s, when Roy Keane, and then towards the early 2000s, when Roy Keane was still there and our captain, the way we played was a bit different from the post-Roy Keane era. You know, he had to, when Carrick now came in, of course, Carrick's style was different from Roy Keane. You know, so now we have an opportunity to get a perfect replacement for Casemiro, a perfect person to play that position for us. If I were in that board, if I was a key decision maker, I would stop at nothing to get Tchouameni to Manchester United. In fact, we should take advantage of the situation at Madrid right now. The whole election, the fracas in the Madrid team, and bring him over. And sit him down and talk to him that, see, guy, look, you have to be serious this time. United needs to get back to winning ways. We need to come back to playing
a major part of the
football the
project.
way United play. Do you understand? Because I honestly do not see. I don't. You see, I don't. Some United fans have mentioned Joshua Kimmich. They've come up with all sorts of names. But I don't see anybody better than Tchouameni. I don't see anybody
I get your
better than him in that position. In my
point,
opinion.
but you made mention of Florentino Perez trying to get a coach that has a bigger ego than the
Sure, and
players.
that's why we have the special
You
one.
understand? does Carrick, as I know Carrick is a disciplined person and a calm person. I think Carrick will be able to handle Tchouaméni, but the situation we are right now in Man United is when we are thinking of the good, we should be thinking of the bad too. What if Carrick is not able to handle Tchouaméni? Tchouaméni does not have anything to lose. He has won anything.
No, but of a truth, Tchouaméni does not have a track record of violence. In fact, even when all of these things happened at Madrid,
it was a shock.
I was surprised. It was a shock to me. If it was someone like what's his name now, Mbappe, and
but Mbappe has that history of making troubles.
Do you understand? Tchouaméni does not have a track record of violence. Of a truth, not that I know of. I don't know him personally. I haven't particularly followed him closely. I have not followed his career closely, but I don't think I've heard much from him. In terms of violence or anything like that. I haven't. And I don't think it's something we cannot manage. Roy Keane was a bad boy.
Yeah, really, real bad one.
I think we can manage Tchouaméni. I think we can manage him, but I was just thinking of what if.
I know, I understand your concerns. Yeah.
Yes.
I understand your concerns.
If we get him, if we're able to get him, he's a very good player. If we're able to get him, I hope we're able to manage him, and I hope he's able to bring his own head down too. Because the player coming from Real Madrid is a big player.
Sure.
He has won everything at club level. He has won it for Real Madrid.
Mentality is very, very important.
Everything, you understand? So he needs
mentality, yes.
Yes, he needs to come to Man United and like drop his ego, bring his head down, and just be a calm guy. Because me, I'm afraid of what happened in the past. I'm really afraid of what happened in the past. I can remember what Paul Pogba did to Jose Mourinho. I can remember Anthony Martial. I can remember Sancho. I can remember.
I can imagine.
I can remember Garnacho, that small boy of yesterday. Garnacho. I can remember.
Garnacho messed himself up.
Speaking of,
I was just telling someone yesterday. I believe that if Garnacho didn't leave United, he would have been on that World Cup. Look at the names on the World Cup list now.
Yes.
Sure.
Look at the names on the World Cup list.
They are not better than
players
Garnacho.
that he was doing better than.
Yes.
They are going to the World Cup. They are on the list. He just messed himself up,
and
he allowed his brothers to ruin him. I just hope he finds his feet.
At that age, man. In
fact, your points are very, very. Speaking of, when would Roy Keane leave this his old area boy attitude?
Please, I want to call me Prince.
When will he leave this his area boy attitude?
See, let me tell you something. To me, there are people in this world that no matter what you do, they can never be impressed. Roy Keane is one of them. At first, see, when I think a match to the last match when Bruno Fernandes gave an assist, and I think one player, one player missed the chance, and Roy Keane, Bruno Fernandes fell, and it was like, why will you miss that kind of chance? Roy Keane came out and said, is Bruno Fernandes trying to break the record? Is he supposed to be chasing the record? He's supposed to be playing as a team, this, that. But what surprised me most was the last podcast I watched. I watched him and Ian Wright of Arsenal. They had a very heated argument. And in that argument, Ian Wright was trying to defend Bruno.
I saw the interview.
I think I watched it.
Ian Wright is supposed to be the one doing what Roy Keane
was doing. Yeah.
No, see, let me explain something. Let me explain something to you guys. I like the way what's his name now? Goldbridge. If you watch him, I like the way he put it. Like he said, and I also share that opinion. I don't understand why people are shocked about Roy Keane. Except if you just start following as a footballer, as a player, he was like that.
Yeah.
Why did
Right.
Roy Keane leave Manchester United? What made him leave? Have we forgotten so soon?
Yes,
He
Alex
threw his
Ferguson- Alex
teammates
Ferguson
under
also
the
mentioned it.
bus.
I think,
Boss.
some days ago, 5 days
He
ago.
threw his teammates under the
Sal-
after
Alex
a
Ferguson
match.
mentioned it. Alex Ferguson
Yes,
mentioned
now
it.
after a match, he called out Ferguson, called out his teammates. This was after several warnings. He went live on TV and was calling everybody out. This was as a player, as a Manchester United captain.
So now
he was
imagine
doing this. So now that he's a pundit, so why are we
Oh, yes,
worried about
expect
Okay,
Kane?
now he has the opportunity
Do you understand?
to
To
say
do whatever
anything.
it is he
Why are we
wants to
worried?
say.
Now.
And this is somebody that do you know why he will forever earn my respect? You know, Roy Keane is this kind of person that he doesn't just talk the talk.
He had walked the walk.
He had walked the walk.
He has.
So when you see him, he's someone that had very, very high standards as a footballer.
Mm.
If it's someone that if you're ready to work and to grow, progress in your career, you had better be in alignment with him.
Or else.
Because he suffers no fools.
Yeah.
He hates mediocrity. That's his person. Do you understand? So for me, all of this is doing my honest opinion. I think he has the best interest of the team at heart.
Yeah.
We may not
It's
agree
just
with
that
his
the way
style,
his methods.
with the way
Yeah.
he's
His
doing
methods
it.
are just the concern there.
Do you understand? So if I were to have advised Bruno and just look away.
Just ignore.
Just ignore him.
You know that he's now getting too much. Before it was not as much as this. He's now getting too much. Sincerely, there is a way you encourage people. You know, in when he was playing, when he was a player, there is a way Alex Ferguson was handling him. You understand? People don't come out to, although social media wasn't that was not that.
Do you know what Patrick Vieira said? Do you know what Patrick Vieira said?
I said.
He said when he was in the Premier League, one of the players that made him a better footballer was Roy Keane. Because Roy Keane would challenge your mentality. Do you understand? As good as Patrick Vieira was, this was what he said. You know, they made a
now they
podcast
had
together.
serious. Vieira and Roy Keane don't see face to face.
They don't see. Recently, we are talking when they are talking rivalry. Chelsea, Man City, Man U.
That was not
the
rivalry.
original rivalry was
Arsenal,
Man United.
Yes.
You know, in our university days, Arsenal, Man United, you will be shivering. You will be shivering.
It was certain that there was going to be a red card, no matter how hard. How clean that game was.
They always start the fight.
Then you now remember the rivalry between Rude and Henry.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's way back.
Football has changed. Football has changed.
And that is why Roy Keane also needs to change. Because this generation,
it won't change.
It won't change. I don't think Roy is going to change.
You need to take
Roy will not change.
I don't think Roy is changing.
What Roy Keane is doing, like you said, is good. But, you know, this generation, if you are too hard on them, you will not get the best out of them.
But you need to be hard on them.
That one is too hard. Roy Keane is just too hard.
But you know the funny thing, one thing I think Bruno has been very gracious about is the fact that he said whatever it is that he says doesn't bother him as much as the fact that it was just that misconception that he painted about what he was trying to achieve. It was really painful.
He said he would like to meet Roy Keane and have some conversations with him. So I don't think it's Bruno allowed it to get into him. Bruno did not allow it to get into him. But then I don't just like when you don't always want to see anything good in anything.
You're right.
Always. Roy Keane is never satisfied. He is never satisfied.
That is him as a player.
That's him actually. That's right.
You're talking about Roy Keane. What about Ferguson? Is Ferguson ever satisfied?
You
win the league today.
Ferguson doesn't come out. When Alex Ferguson was talking about Roy Keane, a part of me was like, Baba, you and Roy Keane are the same. But Ferguson doesn't come out to criticize his own in the public. That is what Ferguson doesn't do.
Well,
Ferguson
he
doesn't
does
come out
his
to criticize
he
your
does
coach.
his
You remember one
dressing
argument we
room
had
dryers.
in the group then when Ten Hag was the coach
Yes.
about the whole Sancho issue. Why was I angry with Ten Hag?
Was the fact that
If
he
that
made
was
it public.
Fergie, if that was Fergie would not never in public call out his player.
Even when the issue around Bex and Fergie
You are talking
happened,
about Bex.
it was
Cantona
punched somebody in the face, gave somebody what's it called, a flying kick.
bicycle kick.
He supported him openly.
Leeds United.
Supported him openly. But what did your coach do?
Then-
Papa Agba, Ten Hag.
To me, I'm still
called
saying
out your own player. That was what got the next thing. What's his name? Sancho also went on Twitter
and then
to respond.
he made
And
it
the whole
really
matter
messy.
escalated.
To me, to me, I'm still saying that what ETH said is not too much for a coach to say. Don't forget that after ETH said that, two other coaches said it. When Sancho went to Borussia Dortmund, the coach of Dortmund said it.
You see, I'm not saying that coaches don't say things like
You
that.
understand? But maybe you don't say things like that in Manchester United.
I just don't think it is. See.
No, but there are better ways to handle situations.
You
I
don't
think
call your player out.
He only said Sancho hasn't been training enough. That was what he said now.
Yes.
That's not in any way harsh.
Yes, but there's this thing I think about football. Football has this very interesting way where you just can't afford to. There are certain, like, take for instance, is it that we don't know that the Zexi has not been performing well? But I don't think you will find character tell you that Zexi is not doing well, or this is not doing well. No.
Carrick will now say Zexi has not been training well.
No. You don't need all of that.
I understand.
No.
I understand. But the thing is, we cannot be the same.
Definitely.
We can all not be the same.
Definitely.
Understand? We can. Players need to understand that coaches are not the same.
You're right.
When the coach comes, you understand. That was what Sancho did not understand, and Sancho on his own side should have met ETH. And I think ETH and Sancho.
You know my arguments, and I have facts to back it up. Now, if you, I mean, all of us have followed football for a long time. Every coach that has done that too, and with a player, how do they end up?
It ends up messy.
Some coaches end up losing their job.
Getting sacked.
Yes.
Because the players all of them will come against you. Look at what's this guy's name? Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte. See the way the players down tools on him.
Yeah, you're right.
At the end of the day, he got the sack.
Even Jose Mourinho.
Even Jose Mourinho too.
Yeah. He always
was it not the same Man United players that sacked him?
You're right.
When he called out for Pogba.
He did it at Chelsea too.
Pogba, when he said
and co.
Torres. He said Torres made 21 mistakes
on you. The players, all of them will, so it is never the way to go.
Yeah.
That's the truth. That was one bloody mistake Ten Hag made. It is never the way, because see, these players, they are friends.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, they are friends. So they will look out for each other.
You're right.
You understand?
All right.
They will look out for each other.
Well, it's been a very, very, very wonderful time out with you guys. It's a wonderful time, well spent. We've spoken about. I wanted us to still touch the Champions League with you, but I think we can still do that some other time. It's really been a nice time looking through our darling United club. It's something that is very, very dear to our hearts, I'm sure that we'll still get to do this much more often. Yeah. So thank you so much, Gabriel. Thank you so much, Mohammed. It is nice having you guys.